If your office is anything like ours, half of the staff is gone out with the flu. Hawaii has had a busy influenza season.
Yeah, this year's strain of flu is also a particularly nasty one. KITV's Paul Drews takes a look at this year's influenza numbers and found they're nothing to sneeze at. Paul.
Well, Mike, last year,
2 men accused of robbing a taxi driver at gunpoint pleaded not guilty in court today. CeeLo Woods and Prince Buses stood before the judge via closed-circuit television while in custody at OCCC. That's Buses smiling and gesturing at the camera. Gestures we had to blur out. Woods appeared more subdued before the judge. The men were allegedly caught on camera pointing a gun at a Charlie's taxi driver and demanding money. The suspects got away with just $80 in cash and a cell phone. If convicted, they could face up to 5 years in prison. Both are being held on $50,000 bail. And trial is now underway for a man accused of stealing $500,000 from his own business.
As KITV's Lindsay Fucano reports.
I don't want to confront people in the neighborhood. I just want them to take personal responsibility for things.
Trash trouble is causing headaches in Makakilo, and at least one neighbor has had enough. Now, what is normally a nice residential street in Makakilo was littered with almost 70 bags of trash today. Illegal or not, the curbside mess angered some neighbors. KITV's Nicole Carvalho was there.
$35,000. Most couples surveys say they went over their budget. Good thing traditional parents are still picking up part of the tab.
Wait, fireworks? People are having fireworks at their weddings.
Hey, if you can afford it,
man.
$35,000.
If you can afford that, invite us.
Yeah, that would be nice.
250 bucks a pop? Oh my gosh.
Well, after the break, more on the weather. Pete's tracking the rain and those strong winds.
Yeah, and later, we like to think that we drive with aloha in Hawaii, but do we really? The campaign rolling out that won't let you soon forget what it means.
Lawmakers continue to press city and CART officials about the rail's ballooning price tag as they consider measures to extend the excise tax to pay for it.
Yeah, CART officials admitting that the train will cost an estimated $10 billion if you combine $8.2 billion in construction costs with bond financing charges of close to $2 billion. The city also estimates it will need an additional $60 to $70 million a year to operate and maintain the system, which is expected to be covered through general fund money generated by real property taxes. The mayor says it will continue to subsidize transportation as most cities do.
We all worry, right? But I think
the mayor and city council urged members of a joint Senate Committee of Transportation and Public Safety to extend the excise tax so it can complete construction of the train as planned. Lawmakers are considering a number of bills, including cutting the $10 million state skim of the excise tax, since the state tax department cannot justify its administrative costs.
Hawaii.
Big Island police are warning the public to look out for any fake checks you might be receiving. Forged or worthless checks are going around, so if you get a check as payment, you're advised to be cautious. Confirm the person's identity and note any suspicious activity. Anyone with information on the bogus checks, call Big Island Crime Stoppers at 961-8300. A man has pleaded guilty to interfering with a flight crew after a Hawaiian Airlines flight had to be turned around. James August says he doesn't remember what happened, but doesn't dispute the charges. August was arrested after the November flight to New York returned to Honolulu. Court documents say August was drunk when he threatened to kill his girlfriend, her children, passengers, and crew members. A U.S. attorney said today that August touched the back of a female flight attendant and she felt threatened. And after the break, repealing Obamacare was near the top of President Trump's agenda.
But turns out it's easier said than done. Why some lawmakers.
You're watching KITV Island News at 6.
There's caring for a child, and then there is this. Kirsten Miles is most likely in the Babysitter Hall of Fame after she made a huge sacrifice for a baby girl she'd only been babysitting for 3 weeks.
Yeah, the 22-year-old college student made the decision to donate a part of her liver for a 16-month-old baby girl named Talia. CNN's Vanessa Murdoch has their story.
If you win the Super Bowl, you get a parade. Preparations now underway for the Patriots Super Bowl parade.
Yeah, the finish line, getting a fresh coat of paint to make sure the route looks pristine to welcome home the world champs. It was an emotional roller coaster of a game, in case you didn't watch it. And some fans are still shaking off the shock.
Classic Pats.